he had last week.
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn.
There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And off to Jones. Runs through the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Now from inside the red zone. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He's looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sidelines to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badgers.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So BYU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this cornerback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
They'll run play action. Hauls it in. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you're opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Going to the running game. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable. Joe Thomas will be proud. Just paving the way, just physical. They always can block the run game so well, and they're going to establish it. Every game Wisconsin plays, they're going to run the football.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Badgers will have it 1st and 10. The give on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. 4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Hand off from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Takes the easy one to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Thompson. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Run in the red zone, it's Burrell. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Single back formation, and they give it to it. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and goal. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Back's got it. And they will score. Touchdown, Badgers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. To the air on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Finding open areas. Sprinting away. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looking for space. It's Burrell. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Found a little bit of running room. Knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Got some room to run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And the Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Finds his man, it's Burrell. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Before then, they can get another score. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thompson. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And the point after is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest.
Turning it on. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. BYU lines up quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Back to pass. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. That last completion still leaving them with a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Takes the handoff. It's Dupree. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Oh, he's got some space. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy has so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys. That time on...
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So
there he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
On the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That is an example of a defender just stepping up and making a play. You just gave up a big completion down the field. That's not going to happen again. That's not happening on my watch. Right away, that D lineman decides to go after the QB, and he makes a big play.
Here's the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Wide open downfield. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Just needs a crack to get a return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Badger. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, This offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just...
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And this is what leaders do at the quarterback position, guys. After throwing 2 picks a week ago, he was able to put that game behind him, refocused himself, got back in the film room. He looks like a different player this week.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
From the gun, the ground game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Find some fresh air. Smashes through the tackle. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Klein. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Cougars are marching down the field. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Wants to throw again. Under fire. Got his man downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
All by himself. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Trying to pound it in. Stopped behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Called his own number on that one, but they are ready for it and stop him. It'll be 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They'll try to pound their way in. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the single running back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. And the returner will be brought down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start. Jesse to...
Lots of running room. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Rides the back on the option, the give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Klein. Makes the catch, it's O'Neal. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Back to pass on 2nd down. Rushes on him. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback.
Looking to take a shot. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
This is what an elite